Hey, Don here. Alright, back again. Had my little break and coming back from my previous two streams today? Yeah, so this is number 3. I'm still working on the ASRock from my mom, her temporary machine that's taking forever to set up. I thought I had everything done but copying her files over in her email profile and user, whatever you call it. But that wasn't it. I forgot all about one of the most important things, the printer. And the printer works, at least I hope it still does. Probably already gone to sleep now. I sort of said, well, I might ought to print something again. Well, I'll do that later because when I went in there to wake it up, it had gone to sleep. She was in there taking a nap, so I don't want to make a bunch of noise. That makes quite a bit of noise. But so I want to kind of look through my notes to self of what I need to do, and I had just opened up the go to the desktop. I had just opened up the hardware lister on her machine, and right before I went to go take my little break, and I'm gonna go ahead and make sure everything's set the way I think it is and working. Look at my stream again. Well, that really throws a kink into things. I don't know why it won't. If you hit play, if you hit pause and then hit play again, it doesn't ever catch up. It's playing the same thing as if you were watching the live stream. That would be fine if you were watching the live stream, but this is my dashboard, and it used to take about 10 seconds maybe at the most, and then it would catch up to where you are live, Well, actually, in live streams, that's funny, because in live streams, no, you can't go back in a live stream. You can only see the live stream. Maybe that's a new feature that you can go back. You can either go backwards or I have seen other live streams where you could go back if you wanted. So maybe they just added that, but I wish I could change it to the way it used to act as far as my live dashboard. Maybe you can, and I just haven't. I don't know how, but here is the app's name is LSHW, but it's called Hardware Lister. I guess it's going to say that up here. G key front end for LSHW, but when you go to find it, it's really strange. It makes it really hard to find this app to install it. I can never remember LSHW. I can remember Hardware Lister. But if you go here, Hardware Lister, there's no mention of LSHW in the title. And it's that way. I don't care where you look for it, and what distribution you're in or anything. Now that does find it, LSHW. You can run the executable file. They do call them executables in Linux too. And then what's that? Network log viewer. I don't know why that would be LSHW. And then Hardware Lister. So this is a cool app, but if you want to, I should have. Yeah, that's okay. Okay. Oh yeah. What is this? Nothing ever came up while I went off from my break, and I found back and I hit refresh, and then something came up. But there we go. This one's a weird one. There's another one that maybe I like it better. It's on my Lenovo i5. It automatically populates and stuff. I can't see. You got to spread that out so you can read it. Well, that spreads them all out. That's cool. Whoops. So I don't know. I guess that's as far as you can go. But anyway, that's enough to see what's going on. So the motherboard, the ASRock, my famous ASRock motherboard, N68C GSFX. That's what it is. Famous to me because I'm always talking about it. CPU. That is a dual core AMD Athlon TM dual core 4050E. 2100 megahertz. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I always call it 2.1 gigahertz, but AMD still uses megahertz. I say 2100 megahertz. But it's right around 2.1 gigahertz. close to it. 2 gig of memory, okay. And yeah, I went through that the other day. Okay, let's skip on down here to the Ethernet. Oh, and I also want to see I want to see if there could possibly be any mention of, I don't think, if it's not connecting, I don't see how it would show up, you know, the scanner printer. I mean, I can find the printer. That's just the specs on the Ethernet and the IP address. Where's printers? And you can save a report, and I usually always do that. It takes a while to build it up, so I started to say, I think to myself I was going to do it right now, but I won't because it'll take a while. I don't want to do that on the video. I don't see anything about printer. Probably missing it. Going to USB controller. Okay, but this printer is a network printer. That's a PCI bridge. This one may not have some of the things in the list that I'm used to. I'm going to get out of it and look. Maybe since I mentioned the other one, let's see if I can find it. I know it's in Parted Magic. Maybe it doesn't. I don't think it's available for Fedora. It's only available for Debian. And I forget what Parted Magic runs on. It's not Fedora, not Debian. It's not Slacks. I don't remember what it is, but it runs on something else. So anyway, this is pretty good, but there is one that I'll even like better. And I always use it with Parted Magic. You know, it's in Parted Magic. We used to be open source, partitioning, backup, everything you think of along those lines. Linux distro, but now it's closed and proprietary, and you gotta pay. The old ones, they don't provide the downloads for them anymore, but of course I always save all my ISO downloads, and so I still have them. But version 6 was still free and open source, but then they put a notice on their website after that. They said, we are now closed source, proprietary. I mean, they used all the big words. And I don't remember what they said. If they said a story about, we're sorry, but we had to do this because we're not making any money, which I'm sure was the case. I don't know if they said that or not. But could have got bought out by somebody. I don't know what happened. But anyway, it still works. Version 5 and 6, especially when you're messing with old computers. Yeah, the older versions, some machines won't boot version 6. It'll boot 5.9, but not version 6. So the other day when I was out there in the garage messing with an old machine, that was the case. So it really you can really do a lot of work with that. It's really good. So I would say, go donate to them. Go try it out and donate to them, but you don't do that anymore. You just go buy it. So I guess I'd say go sign up, I guess. Unless you want to work with older machines, then you might just want to try to find the older ISOs somewhere. All right, so anyway, hardware. Okay, I'm going to look on my list of things to do on this thing. Okay. Epson printer. I'll just get off of the desktop since I'm talking to you here. Okay, so that's what I'm doing, looking at my sticky note there. Now you can tell. Drivers, turn what? Turn it on. Oh, turn it on and check it. Yeah, I did that. Well, auto find. Yeah, the printing worked. Install Sane apps, which I already did a bunch of those. Uninstalled iScan, or I said I had to check more. Yeah, that was on my list. Uninstall it. I did that. I'm still just kind of perplexed. I don't have a single iScan app on mine, and it works perfectly. But I've tried all the iScan apps, and it doesn't seem to do anything. The ones they provided and the one that was in the Fedora repos. Copy her mom's Thunderbird profile, bookmarks. I did that by syncing everything, files, etc. Okay. To a new user for her. Okay, so I've done that. Now, as long as I don't have to, I think maybe I'll probably just give up on the scanner since she doesn't even know how to use it anyway. And like I said, if she really needed to scan in there on this machine, I think plugging in a USB would make it work. So that's really where I'm still at, is the scanner. And I don't like giving up on things that, period, but especially don't like giving up on things that I know will work and can work. Usually right when you give up is right when you're fixing to get there. It's like the other night, I got that Linksys to auto repeat, to repeat my D-Link Wi-Fi signal out there in the garage by about at 10:30, by the 10:30 at night. Well, probably at 10, and then I came in at 10:30. But let me see what else I got. Yeah, lucky backup. Okay, I did that. That's something about video that I was making. I wrote a note to myself about that. Okay. I don't know. A lot of these are just generally about the ASRock, so I don't know. I'll have to glance through them at least. Okay, I ran mem test on it, and it came up okay. I was wondering about that. PSU, yeah, check to see if I have another one. One that won't work. Won't work. Mom's old PSU. Alright, power supply unit. That's what PSU is. Okay, check disk on the check disk command for some reason for Windows. Well, I had Windows on here. Windows 7 and it broke. Okay, yeah. I actually went through I won't go into all that right now. Just going to glance through these real quick and see if there's anything else to do with what I'm doing right now. Doesn't look like it. Oh, okay. And then there's a measurement. I actually measured some of these power supplies are different sizes now, and I measured that power supply. Make sure, because I thought it looked small. I thought it might not even fit. Okay, so I need to just look through it, I guess, and see if there's anything else besides what I guess I'm going to give up on. Okay, I'm in my username now, so remember that, right? Yep. Okay. Any installing and uninstalling, though, I'm going to go ahead. I will continue to do it in there to be safe. And now, if I find out that didn't, sometimes when if you're installing and it shows up in the repos list, then it'll be on there for everybody. But if you install something, well, usually, I don't know about installing. If you just run something in portable mode, it'll only be there for that user. I know that for sure. Okay, let's go to DNF one more time. Go look through what I did install, see if I actually missed anything. Network print. Let's just do that. See what happens. Well, I'm in Dragora. Well, I've been using Yum. Let's see if this is any easier to find things in. I don't see the updates. Oh, there they are. That's weird. Oh, that's really weird. Okay. Let's look for sane network print. Before I do that, let's just look through here. Boost. I wonder if I have cups. maybe I have to use some of the cups libraries, I guess you could say. There's still some lib. I thought I saw some lib saying stuff. Oh, that's libss. I don't know that. I don't think either one. Maybe it was. Actually, I think this is the one that uses network and print instead of network print. You know, or network. It'd be network or print instead of network and print. I'm getting confused here. Okay. What did I say? I just said it. Sane and wow, I guess I'm tired again. I think when I hit enter it didn't search. How weird. Sure didn't. Yeah, they're always fixing things and making them better. Okay, well, get out of here. That's not what I wanted. Oh, now it's running. That may put a lock on. Let's see if I can just exit it. You know, the other day I had all that trouble with DNF. Yeah, DNF had a lock on. Dragora had a lock on the DNF, and it wouldn't let me do anything. Wouldn't let me even open up the apps. We'll see. But I think something might have just got kind of jacked up. But what I ended up doing was taking it out of the startup, and it was the update, DNF update checker, that I took it out of startup, and it made it quit doing that. I guess it's fine. And, well, I think it doesn't ask you for the password until you actually do it. Let's see, network print. Oh, yeah, I was thinking that maybe it will only do it in, maybe it really won't work in XFCE. Maybe it'll only do it in, Mate desktop. I remember AVAHI. I don't think, I used to always, can't remember why I used to have it installed. Oh, huh. Well, if it still says discovery on a network, and it says you can see who's on there and chat with, find printers to print. Oh, being shared, this kind of technology is already found on macOS. Huh. I remember I used to always put that on my systems. See, well, the best thing I can see to do in a situation like that is let's go through here a little further first. I'll search on let me open up the app, let Yum Extender get started opening up. And go back over here and look again. Yeah, there's a short list, see, network print. So that must be like the phrase network print when you're in Yum DNF extender, just like Yum extender. So that's good. It's that Dragora that doesn't do that. Yeah, I don't see any of that saying under looking for network print. I'm gonna look at my preview now. I can see it. I just want to hear it. Oh, my sound is all the way up, but I don't hear me. There, it's just behind. Close the browser for a while. I think I hear it rattling over there, the fan rattle. That fan rattles. That's when I know that it's working too hard. Okay, I'm gonna try it. I mean, what the heck? Oh, before I try it, let's see if it's on my system. Yes, stick to your plans, Dan. Okay, because if it's not on my system, it obviously wasn't needed. Oh yeah, see, I have it. I have all kinds of AVAHI. That right there. I don't see why, you know, that would be the Achilles heel to all that working, but let's try it. Okay, we're going to have AVHI and libdaemon. All right. But the fact that I don't have any of the proprietary drivers installed, even since I can't remember, it's just kind of giving me a clue that I probably had the trouble making them to work, and they didn't, or wouldn't install right, just like now. Oh yeah, I was thinking of trying those RPMs and stuff. Just go ahead and open up the web browser and look at them, at least look through them again. Oh man, I'm getting indigestion now. But well, the browser takes a while. While I'm trying to open up the browser while I'm installing something. That's why it's taking so long. So let's don't give it anything else to do right now. Let's wait. Really feel it. I was hearing the far drive rattle, and I thought, man, that's a rattle box. But then I remembered, no, that's a regular IDE hard drive. It's not a SATA hard drive, so it's slower too. They say that makes a noticeable difference. I don't know. I see people, you know, running all those tests and stuff, and they say they can tell the difference. You know what? I'll tell you this. I've got IDE in my old machine. That used to be my main machine. I've got 3 or 4 hard drives in it. 1 or 2 of them is SATA, and the other 2. I know I have at least one SATA. I think it's the 1 gigabytes SATA. And then I have probably 2 or 3 IDEs. And you know what? I can't really tell no difference. Depending on what it is you're doing is what takes longer. Like, you know, if you're doing a file search over a large area of it, then that's going to take a long time. I do remember, well, there's one thing that'll take forever, and that is, on the older versions of Fedora, like 14, writing to an NTFS disk would take forever. And that's why I first had in my mind I was going to reformat my USB backup drive, but I guess the newer versions of Fedora, 23 and up, it writes fast. It's great. Over USB, you know, and it's USB 2.0. I don't have 3 on anything. That's taking its good old sweet time, and there's only a couple of apps. Let's see. If it's running good enough, I'll go ahead and look. Let's see. There's that stupid pocket ping. I don't like that thing being there. I don't like all this crap in there that I'm not interested in using. And then you'll take this stuff out and set it all up the way you want, and then all of a sudden it'll change. It does it all the time. Every one of my machines. I don't know what Firefox has got going, but they sure have. I used to, for years and years, I started out when they first invented. I used to use Netscape, the original, and anyway, it was wonderful for a long time, years. But now it'll get kind of screwed up and then it'll get better, screwed up and then get better. So it's still better than Chrome. What do I want? Okay, I was thinking. I'm just trying to get to the Google page so that maybe I can, click on Gmail. Because that's where I have some links I sent to myself. I don't even have Thunderbird set up on this machine for myself. What? Why didn't it just ask me to sign in? I saw the little blue sign in button right as I clicked on that. But yeah, I shouldn't have to type or show a password. That's why I'm going ahead and doing it. want Epson. Now, when I search in the, I don't use webmail. I use Thunderbird, and I don't like webmail. Never have. But am I going to only find stuff in social, or am I going to find it across all of these things? Now, there's another one in there. Forums. Well, okay, I saw. See if there's any other old. Yeah. Oh, ink. Okay, this is the one I just sent myself recently, but I thought, what about in the past? Maybe I send things to myself that's important so I can look at it on other machines, or just so I can find it easier, keep it in my email, you know. Because you can't see, that was pretty fast. That was a really fast search. That is way faster than you can search for stuff in. I thought maybe there might be some notes about installing this. Way faster than you can search in Thunderbird. I will say that. TRS-80. I wonder what Epson has to do with the TRS-80. Probably some link in there. Radio Shack TRS-80. I have one sitting right here. I always want to mess with it, but I never get around to it. I want to learn how to program in BASIC with it. I've got the books, I've got the floppies, I've got everything. This cool guy gave all of it to me. A box full of books and floppies, the software, and a TRS-80. And I kind of almost bought one in 1983 when they first came out, and then I decided against it. And then so I didn't end up even getting on a personal computer until about 90 or 89, 90, 91. Someone I knew had one. And then I didn't get into computers until 98. When the internet became big, enough stuff on the internet to be interesting. I got on the internet back then, I guess it was 91 or something. But I didn't see much on there I was interested in. You couldn't just look up and learn about stuff like you can now. Or like you could even in... Well, there wasn't near as much stuff there in 98 either as there is now. It wasn't as easy to search. Okay, so this is the printer. And look at I don't have my preview up. Yeah, I want to make sure I was on the desktop. I'm going to close that. I don't need to be running all that extra stuff on this machine. Okay, so I thought the laptop might be getting a little overwhelmed, and I closed the browser on it. Let me go ahead and get it all opened up. Epson Workforce 645 is what it is. And that is my Albatross right now. Or maybe I'm its Albatross. I don't know. One way or the other. We ain't happy together right now. Actually, I don't think it's it. Well, it sort of is because it's so hard to set up compared to the HPs, like I said. Okay, Epson drivers. Maybe right where I want to go. Print. Yeah, okay. Links. Ink. I was wanting to see. Do a search on the page. Oh, that's the page that goes straight to the drivers. Okay, up there at the top. And then there's another couple links. I wanted to see if I had like a specific... Sometimes I write notes on links when I have them in my bookmarks. It tells me building the RPM package, print system light. Okay. Huh. Well, I don't want to build anything. I don't have to. Inkjet printer. Oh, okay. I might have went to an alternative drivers page. ESCPR for Linux manual. Those links are probably too old to be good. Well, let's click on one anyway and see, because I've already been all over the newer links that I found when I just did a new search. Let's see what that says. Oh, that's going to be well, that's not. Oh, that might be I can't read it, so it doesn't matter. That's the I don't know if that's the parent, company's page, or if that's. Sometimes you save a link and then when you try to go back to it, it's been changed. Sometimes it's been stolen, Now this looks like the regular site. EBZ page, yeah, unavailable. A lot of times, especially a few years later, they've changed the way it works, the pages and stuff. That one did say Epson America. So does that one. Epson 645 download. Let's see if that goes to anywhere. But I would think it would go to the older downloads page or something if it did. Oh, okay. This is the normal search for your driver thing. Go ahead and close it for now. Don't want too many things open. Oh yeah. I was in the middle of installing. Okay, that's done. Now, what was my search? I guess what I would really want to do is try. Well, I don't see how it's going to find it now, though. I'm sure it's asleep. That's the thing. I'm continuing to keep trying to work on this. When I know the thing's probably asleep and I don't really want to go in there and bother her. No device. We're going to do that if it's asleep. I mean, I could try, I guess, on my machine. It's about the only other choice I got other than going in there. If it says no device, then I'll know it's asleep and it's a no-go. There it is. It would work. Okay, so it's not completely asleep. I'm going to do a scan just to help wake it up. It will make a little noise, but the scanner is not near as loud as the printer. Now, this could just cause me to never be able to get a hold of it from the other machine again. But yeah, Xane, you once you get it set, it'll keep your settings, and you can just do it quick like that. See how big it scans, because I got it set to like 300 DPI. It might be 600. I'll have to look. But that's the printer test page I did the other day. That's all that is. That was laying there, so I stuck it in there. Discard the image. 300 DPI. That's what I've got. Okay. So I'm just going to try it with simple scan on hers one more time just to see if it says can't find it. Yep, can't find it. So that didn't help me any. Linux manual. Okay, let's look at that. Oops. What I'm thinking is that right there as well. There. Okay. Maybe that will tell me what I've been missing all along. Okay, Epson 645. I'm going to go ahead and select the Linux drivers. I'm going to go ahead and close. I don't want too many things open, so I'm going to close that. I think it's taking longer to show up over here. Oh, there we go. I remember that part of the page. Still have to put up your workforce. Yeah, workforce 645. Okay, I got it. I'll make sure. There, now that's the driver download page. Okay, so I have tried. Firstly, I wanted RPMs that can just, normally just click on, open them, run them, and install. Printer, I've tried that one. That's the one I just got through uninstalling. That's from 16. But see, this one was, that's the other thing. 2018 printer utility. I actually already have a printer utility that works. This here I didn't try. Generic driver, full feature, ASCP. I don't know what that is. Maybe I need that. 2012 seems too old for Fedora 26. But 2017, that would be last year, wouldn't it? Okay, let's don't download it yet. Let's look at this manual. Okay, we don't need that page. I think I need to set the, I thought I already did that. Oh, this is on mine, that's why. It's hex size. There, down here. Something bigger, like. I don't mind them choosing their, I think I'm going to need something like 20. I used to always change them all just to make sure. But I think if you just set the, you know, minimum font size to 20, they would all be 20. That may be too big. That is too big. 18. What was I starting at? You get too big, then you won't be able to, there we go. You won't be able to, if I reload the page, it should be all right. Yeah, no, I don't want to reload that one. I might lose where I'm at. I don't guess I have an Epson. Nope. Other bookmarks. Oh, I don't have really much of anything. Oh, bookmarks. There we go. I made a big R. 645. Put that in there. Because it's sure enough, I'll lose it while I'm working, you know, or I'll need to close something. And all right. Installing the software. All right. You can install the software by opening a terminal and using command lines. Put note the following command needs to be performed as root privilege. Oh my gosh. Is that really all I need to do? Oh, I don't see the file names in that list. Okay. Is that how I did it? I got a feeling maybe I did. Well, if it's already installed, via, well, let's go look. I may already have it. I don't want to jack everything up as far as the printer goes. That's the printer, isn't it? Well, that's fax. Epson PC fax. Okay. That must be what this is all about. Okay. I know I don't have the fax. This is for faxing. Okay. Trying to search, it didn't come up. Yeah, there's nothing about scanner in this page, so that was a link to the instructions on scanners. Wonder how long it would take to do that. Fax is something I wanted to work. Well, I'm more interested in the scanner right now. Okay. Is there a way to get to the scanner? Yeah. PC fax driver. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is, I didn't notice that. I thought it was the overall. I think I already tried this and it didn't work. I want to try it. Shouldn't be all that. Well, I've already got the printer, so it's a fax printer is what it is. So just click over here to this one and just going to paste her in there. Now see, when you get a nice sweet command, okay. Let's see, open RPM, failed, no such file or directory. What? Is this actually telling you how to do it after you download it? Whoops. Let's make this full screen. I think that's what it actually is. Check my stream. I never know when things are going to quit working. At least I'm doing desktop now and not. A while ago when I was using the camera for a long time, it filled up the cache on the... Okay, it's working. Filled up the cache on the... Let's close that and get it out of the way. Fill up the cache on the machine. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, cups. Cups, that was one of the things I wanted to look up. Registration of printer to cups. Oh really? So the software is available now, or maybe it was all along. Maybe I tried it and I couldn't get it to work. Well, that's just telling you how to print with it, it looks like. Well, I don't want to get into that right now. None of us fax very often, but that's really interesting. Okay. I might do that on my machine. Well, actually, I would probably want to do it after I upgraded it. It needs to be upgraded. Okay. Full feature generic. Okay. I'm going to start with the old one, and if it'll install, then I can always upgrade it to the newer one this time. I didn't before because hold down Control and hit click on it, then you'll get it's just the right software, isn't it? Yeah, I went through this. Yeah, 645. I went through all the little things. Oh, okay. This has got printer. Well, I already have a printer, and this is not 486. 386 printer. Okay, printer. x86 inkjet printer. AMD 64 DEB. Oh yeah, some of those are RPMs and some are DEBs. 2011. Yeah, that's too old. Wouldn't be of any use. And I already have the printer working anyway. Okay. Now let's see what this one is. 645. Yeah, 645 workforce. There's a list there. Might as well look into it. Oh, I did this already, and I guess that's still in there. All I uninstalled was that. Yes, that's for OpenSUSE. Okay, yum install LSB. I did that. That was the thing I started wondering about. You have to do that first. In order to install those drivers, you need to install the LSB package, and it ain't a package; it's packages. So, and I did yum install LSB. I just copy it, but I'm going to change yum to. No wait, yeah, go ahead. No, I'm going to say copy install LSB, and then I'm going to type DNF just to be smart, because that's what we're using. You know, I've said that over and over. You know, in these videos, you can use yum still, and it'll change it over to a DNF install for you. But there might be some differences sometimes. If you might have more features, you know. printer, 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 printer. Okay. Well, let's leave that open anyway. Okay, now, I was debating about, I'll just go ahead and use this regular terminal here, because the other one, you know, when you're, like in Crusader, it'll open up console. But, if you have long commands, it will drop them off. You won't get everything when you want to save it. And this way you can just write, you know, you can say edit, select all, copy, paste. So this, but it's nice being able to just say save as, save output as, make it a text file. Now this should already all be done, but this is the first thing you have to do. So let's double check it. It should just go through and say it's already all done, nothing to do. But since I did uninstall things and fiddle around here and there, and there's another thing, there's some apps, like I haven't, you know, I noticed haven't been rebooting. You hardly ever have to, but there's always that time, especially with hardware type stuff. I keep thinking about that. Maybe I should be doing it. Like that AVAHI, maybe it won't work till it's rebooted. Well, it's not running right now, is it? That's a thought. Maybe that's why it keeps popping in my head. Well, let's pay attention to what we're doing first. Okay, it's done. Already installed, skipping. Okay, so let's go look. No, it's running. It started it up. Okay, good deal. It installed it and started it. A lot of things won't do that. You have to start them. It'll do it once it's rebooted, but not. Now I don't want any of those packages because I already have a working printer packages. Now let's go to the next one. That's a printer driver as well. So we don't need printer drivers, but we want fax. Where's the one? Oh, this is the one down here that I just got the uninstalled scanner. That's the only one that says scanner. Let's go to the fax just for the fiddly fun of it. What I think I'll do is download those and keep them this time. But I do know that scanner driver didn't help me so far. Now LSB is what I just did, right? DNF install LSB, so we don't need to do that again. This is when I did it, when I went and downloaded this. Okay, this is where you can download the RPMs. This is fax, okay. 46, 64-bit. And then there's SRC. Now I downloaded this one and it wouldn't run. I did not try the SRC. I just now realized that. Should be able to download that. Save. I don't want it to open in Parole Media Player. I'm going to download both of them just in case. SRCs are the best way I can kind of... They're sort of like the newest in development packages. That's the best way I can... I didn't try to download yet. Oh, is it... Let's see. It was... So, it did it automatically because I said automatically do this, so they're both done. Okay, and I've already got LSB done. Now, there's only one set. Okay, now I get it. I was tired of not feeling good, I guess, basically the other day when I was doing this. I didn't catch on. This is the only offering for the scanner itself that they have. And like I well know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's the only way to make it work. As a matter of fact, it may not even be the best way to make it work. If there's stuff, if you can find it in the, in your repos of whatever distro you're on that will make it work, it will automatically update, and it may even work better. Definitely the automatic updates are very good. Source file download, package download. Okay, manual. Okay, let's get the manual. Maybe that will tell me something. Okay. That's a page. Okay, now ahead and do the package download this time. I think the last time I installed it with the source. You know, you saw me install and uninstall that. If you looked at my previous videos, and I got it on there, but it didn't work. And I kept getting errors when I tried to install, this right here. That's the one I want. But I couldn't get it to run. But maybe the whole thing, again, maybe it wouldn't run because I was in her username. We'll see. This time I'm going to read the manual. Imagine that. We'll just go ahead and read the instructions. What the hey? All right. Okay, install SH. So let's go look at that. Maybe it is not an RPM. Let's go see what we downloaded. Well, it's a Wii, it's Wii. It's not just me if you're watching. I usually kind of have a pet peeve about people always saying Wii, but that's just what everybody does. You can't help it. iScan bundle. So yeah, that's what you get, the tar GZ that I already have unpacked and ran in her directory, but it's not in mine. There's a sane folder. Just go there. Yeah, that's the only thing I've ever downloaded in my username on here. And then there's a PC Fax, SRC, PC Fax, RPM, and the Team Viewer. Okay, which is already on here and I use it all the time. Now, I'm not going to run anything in the command line anymore for right this minute, so let's get out of there. Might even, as a matter of fact, since I was installing stuff, that might have held a lock on DNF. The reason I opened them both up is because I thought I might have to unpack something, but in the same directory, I mean. Okay, yeah. Install. Installing command. It's giving you all the, but see, it doesn't give you the exact command. Well, maybe it does. Sometimes you have to put the right package name in there, even though you don't have to download it. But you're downloading it from, well, this is RPM, so it wouldn't be like going to some repo somewhere. Upgrade. That's what's weird. RPM upgrade, not install. So. Just kind of go through and see if I see any other iScanner. This always gets involved in it, and you end up with errors, and I don't know what to do. There's not anything right here where you're reading to tell you what to do. Usually. So if it's a real involved looking thing, I usually don't try it. So I'm really dying to get that, package in there. Image scan for Linux. Oh, it's iScan. That's the name of the app, which I've already put on there and took back off. And I do remember it. I think it didn't work for a while, and then when it did start working, because maybe some updates or something, it wasn't much to look to. I didn't like the app. It wasn't much. Because I do remember that app. I remember using it. Now, this is a very long manual page. I thought I'd already put that in the. I think I did. Might have changed when I paged down. Auto installation script. I didn't notice that. Supported devices. Okay, it just says Epson scanner, Epson multi-function printer. Okay. Thought it would give me, the auto installation. Okay. Okay, so that's what I did. I got into unpack that. Does it tell you to unpack? Yeah, the downloaded package. So I already did that and it didn't work. I don't see why this would be any better. Only thing that might be better is I'll leave the instructions up just in case there's. Is there any other thing? The package manager. There you go. Oh, double click on the. Still talking about the downloaded packages. Yeah, RPM. That's what I'm going to try to do. That's the easy way to do it when it works. Failed dependencies appears in your installation. Image scan. Quit the installation. Install the necessary packages. The same package must be installed before installing Scan for Linux. So let's see. The Bane. That's not. This is Debane. Well, I guess it's a sane scanner. Yeah, they're not. I don't think they have any RPMs here. I guess I could go through and check through all the sane stuff again. Let's see if there's an RPM in here. That thing mentioned about Fedora here. Graphical front ends like Xane. So, yeah, as long as all this is, and a lot of times you can, I have in the past spent, the hours reading through every bit of this. And I mean, sometimes you skip something important and you screw up and you missed it, but sometimes you can read and read and read. And, they've got every possibility in there. And you will just read it all and find out there's only one or two paragraphs that pertain to you and your system. So that's why I do search a lot. Sane. Okay, it uses Sane library to access your scanner. I'm not coming between computers. I'm going between the scanner because it's a network scanner. So this is all talking about doing it through computers, from one computer to the other. Like if you had it plugged into a computer with a USB and you were sharing it over the network. That's cool, but Linux developers call it the back end, but other people may be familiar with the term driver. Yeah. You have to actually manually edit the ECT sane-d file? Is that what you're telling me? Text editor. Image scan for Linux should have taken care of that. Server side would be the actual, machine, the printer. It's doing the serving. But that command there might help. Let's see. Let's just grep. See, I know about these kind of things, but I can't remember. Sane port 6566. Okay. Oops. There. Yeah, that's good. Right, yeah. I want to copy it, select all. Copy and save as a document. That's something I might want to remember. The port. And I was thinking about the router forwarding and all that, but that doesn't matter because I'm not on that router. I'm on the same router as. All right. I'm on the same router. Now you can't put all those special characters in there. Oh wait, I'm gonna leave that. Get rid of the get rid of the special characters and the forward slashes, and then sometimes I just do it that way. Sometimes I do that. That'd be better. I think. No, that'll make it even more confusing. There's no good way to do it when you're trying to represent those kind of commands and stuff. Oh, I forgot to put text at the end, but it'll be. It's fine. No problem. Okay, I'm gonna leave that open in case I need it again. Now that. ETC sane-d. I guess I'm gonna have to go check that out. Sane-d dill configs. Oh, okay. If I could get. Oh, here we go. It's written in all in one line there. Oh, net config and dill config. Okay. Now, I don't think we can even go to ETC folder. Whoops. Oh, I was going to try to. We'll see if we can go there. If not, we'll have to go into root Crusader. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Boy, I don't remember. Well, I mean, I remember having to do these kinds of things, but I don't remember having to do it for this. If all else fails, read the instructions. I thought I knew how to do it. And I'm still thinking maybe I ought to go ahead and try to run these RPMs again. Well, at least, I mean, I don't have this software installed, so because I uninstalled it. But that other way I did it in the command line, maybe that was exactly how I needed to do it. I just didn't follow through. And so I'm copying and pasting. I already had it copied, so I pasted it. There's no sane-d folder, looks like. Oh, It put an HTTP in front of it. Why did you do that? There, etc sane D. Okay. Now, I figured that with me having sane on there and everything, it should have. Okay. Deal config and sane. Oh. Net config. Deal config and net config. Oops, this one. Okay, there's deal D. Deal config. Let's see what's in deal config. Wow. Long file. Those number signs are called, they call it commenting it out. So those don't get read or used. See what it says. I wonder if that AVHI would take care of that for me. Well, no, it didn't, and it's running. I'm going to say maybe after a reboot. I think maybe, judging by my machine, all this is working. Obviously, all this is working in my machine, but without even having the iScan software. I still think that iScan software didn't work, and I put it on and took it out. Oh, this is printers. Yep, Epson 2. That's just a list of printers to look for. Okay. I wonder if I need to put that one in there. Okay, let's go look at mine. Dang, I hate to go. Oh well, I mean, you're either going to figure it out or you aren't. That means I got to go, I got to do the same thing in here. I think I might be able to paste it in there. I think it'll stay, yeah, it'll stay in there. Let's see, what was the folder I wanted? Sane D, yeah, Sane D config. Just view it, don't edit it. Oh, this one's not long. It doesn't have the list of anything in there. Ports. Avoid specifying too large of a range. Huh. Oh, data port range 1. Okay, well that's not, see that's commented out though. Access list. It's nothing but, unless I'm wrong about some of these files, that doesn't mean commented out, you know. Well, like in a script, it does, well yeah, it does too. That'll comment it out in a script. I saw something the other day that said this is not a comment out, this is part of the way it works. I don't remember what it was the other day. But none of this this should all be skipped by any program that reads it. It shouldn't be, but mine works. Let's read through these notes. Maybe it'll tell me why it's like this. Sometimes it'll tell you, well, this is no longer used anymore, just for information. Yeah. Only use this if your send server is sitting behind a firewall or your firewall Linux machine. I strongly recommend using net filter. Oh, okay. Uh-huh. Okay. Now that's what my router's putting out right now. I think this was automatically done. Unless that's just a coincidence, but it's 0.1. Could be a coincidence. Might be. Exented config. So I don't know. Only use this, but still, Oh, this is a section you could use, but they really say you ought to use net filter and same connection instead. I don't know. I don't understand it well enough to fiddle around with it. Let's go back to those instructions. But this one is already populated with long lists, and this has been done by something. I didn't do it. And it has a much shorter DIL config. What was I looking at? Different file? I wasn't looking at DIL config. I was looking at what was it, net config or something? I'm getting lost. Let's see. I don't know where my file that I was reading is. Go ahead and close some of this extra stuff. I don't see the instructions. Oh, they were on the, there they are. Net config and DIL config. What was I looking at in there on my machine? Did I close the extra browser already? Did I close the root Crusader mode? No, there it is. For some reason, this machine only, it won't show up with the red, and I can't find it. It's all white. I tried to fix it too. I was looking at saying D. I thought I remembered. Can't get rid of it. DIL. Yeah, DIL config. Now I'm root privileges, so I don't want to just hit enter and open it. It'll open in edit mode. Enable the next line if you want to allow access through the network. Okay. Okay. Huh. In other words, take the comment out of it, the number sign out. I don't see another line. I just see all these, but yeah, net. Maybe that was it, net. Let me go look at this one. Where's that file? Oh, it'd probably be over here, yeah. I didn't say anything about enable the next line, though. Maybe I didn't get far enough. Now, this is DIL. And no, the next line enables the network backend. Comment it out if you don't need to use remote SANE connector over the network. See SANE net 5. Okay. Well, all this stuff is enabled. Net. Then I don't know what a batten and some. I guess that's different types of networking, maybe. Some of it looks like it might be to me. I remember some of the older stuff. There was all kinds of things back when I was on Windows 3.1. Okay. So I'm not seeing anything that I could really do, that I can do, that I want to risk messing with. Now let's go back over to those instructions. And I'm just trying to get a feel for it. Let's see. Net config. I don't think I went to net config, did I? Net config. That one has local host that you could comment out. Timeout 60 seconds. Okay, let's look at mine. What was it? Net? Go back. We're going to be looking for net config on my machine. Net config. Now this maybe we're getting somewhere. We'll see. Nope. Look at there. Never been touched. Just like that one. Works like a charm, though. Okay. See, they'll send you off on all these instructions. That's one reason why I don't start with the instructions. Because if you can just install the app and the app installation will set it up for you, that's the way to go. So that, especially if you go through the repos of your distro, then that's the way to go. All this reading, all the instructions and all this junk, and especially manually editing config files in etc. Sometimes it's really simple, but a lot of times you go around and around and around, and maybe you'll fix it, or maybe you'll break something and have to fix that. See, okay. Don't like having my cursor setting on a file that I might accidentally delete. Okay, you could, run your from Crusader root mode. You could run your RPMs from there, and it would already be in root mode. But it can also be, you might make some sort of big mistake too. So I don't used to do it that way, but I don't know what this means right there. It looks like you could just put that in that file, but I didn't have it in mind, and it works. So, and setting up a server, no, I know I don't need to do that because the server is in the firmware, if you might say, of this printer itself. Okay, let's go back. Well, let's go on down to the bottom. Just kind of look through it. Oh, I was looking for every instance of sane in here. That's what I was doing. I wonder if I have all the sane stuff that needs to be installed. And need to add a line like inetd. I can't remember if we use inetd in Fedora 26 or not. It's another thing. They're changing all those kind of things up. I mean, this would be make you be able to do it if you have to do it manually. Boy, I wouldn't mess with all this unless I really was desperate myself. After looking through it here, this is getting into a can of worms that I don't want to open. All right. That's back where I was a minute ago. Okay. Go back to the top of this. Still may not be done with those instructions, but what's this one? Downloads page. Yeah, I don't think I need to download anything else. Let's just try to run the RPM first. Well, why don't I close this page and I can always go save restore previous session. I need to get rid of some extra overhead here if I'm going to try to install stuff. Now let me go get rid of extra overhead on my streaming machine too. Okay. Desktop background. Okay, now here we go. I'm going to go ahead and make it large screen so that I don't want to get confused during all this installation type trials here. Okay, iScan, that's the only one you get to install anyway. The fax, you can try that. Okay, I didn't realize you only have one way to install the scanner. iScan stuff, but hey, truth, I think the one that's in the repos is probably better to have than this one if it was going to help. I think what my system is doing is it's just working with just the right sane back ends and front ends installed. I'm going to try the, I just want to see if this will run. So I'm going to say open with. I'm going to say yumx. And we'll see. Should be asking me for the root password, and then we'll see if it'll run, because it wouldn't run before. I downloaded this one right here, but I didn't download the SRC one, so I'll try both of them. Or this one, if it works, well enough, good enough. It's taking a long time, but that sometimes happens with RPM installs anyway. Okay. I don't want to take my attention away from that TeamViewer. That's already installed. There we go. Okay. Well, I can't remember if we got this far before or not. We'll see. I remember having those errors that I couldn't get by. We just maybe going to get it to install. Now, why can't you give us an RPM for the iScan stuff? Well, I guess maybe with this, because there's one in the repos already. I might reinstall that iScan, but first I'm going to look through all the sane stuff and see if I might see more things that looks like it might make it work. And the stuff that I've installed, maybe it does require a reboot. I guess that's my... I'll look through there and see if I see anything else. If I don't, I'll just reboot it and see what happens. Of course, now my big problem will be that it's long gone to sleep. I remember when I was faxing stuff with the Windows system, and it was working fine, but it would go to sleep faster than I could get myself together and get it going again, Like I said, if I was going to fax more than one thing. It's working, looks to me like. I don't think hopefully it won't install it and say installed with errors. That does happen sometimes. But that's the fax. This is not the scanner. But, I mean, she might need to fax something to a doctor or something. Who knows? It'd be really cool if she could just do it. Click print fax, right there on her word processor. And if you have to fax, that's pretty nice to have a machine that'll do that. And over the network, too. That's pretty cool. It's really cool when it works. I think it worked. I was getting a drink. It worked. Okay, now let's go ahead and go to... I won't be needing that SRC, but I'll leave it there for now. This one here. This one here. That one's RPM tar-gz, but when you unpack it, I did say that do this. I'm going to go ahead and unpack it, but I don't believe there's an RPM in there. Sometimes there is one. Oh, you can just look in there. Just double click on it. Yeah. It's that same thing that I ran before. So I'm not going to unpack it unless I think I want to run it. Okay. I was getting ready to try it, but there's no point in that. Okay. Let's go to... extender again, and we'll see what we have in there in the way of sane, because that seems to be the key. That's what I'm starting to think. I already did think that, didn't I? Well, I guess since I'm in my screen name, I should do updates before I'll search. I think I'm searching just because I start typing. Sure is a lot of sane stuff. Yeah, it keeps going back to all jumbled up every time it won't save my changes. That's aggravating as all get out. Okay. I kind of hate to put all that KDE stuff in there. I keep thinking about Mate too, but let's just. I did have that in there. Well, that's how I got the remote desktop to work easy. Is use KDE's remote desktop app. I can use VNC on Domain and on any of them. Only reason I got to use it in TeamViewer more is because the VNC servers, they used to be really fast, but they started getting slow, not working right. And I also forgot. Well, the one that I used to use, there's 2 or 3 that I've used. The ones I used to use are slow on the newer versions of Fedora. KDE same service. That might install all that other stuff. Let's just keep going here. Could be because it doesn't want to work on XFCE. Like I said, let's see. I gotta spread this out now to see what some of this. I gotta be able to read it all on some of it for sure. Okay, I forgot where I was. Oh, HP. Yeah. MinGW package for saying no arch. I wonder what that. Oh, that's 30. I think that's 32-bit. That's why I skipped it. Okay. Yeah, same thing, 64-bit. Okay. And then this other one, I don't see why you would need static and back ends. They are different. I'm going to click on it for an install and see if it says you don't need that, or is it a conflict or something. Let's do it now just to see. Doesn't show there's a conflict. Okay, we'll wait. Hope that goes back to where I was. I guess I better do it, because I don't know. I'm going to have to do it and then start back and search again. While that's installing, let's try my little trick. Acquire images tool. What happened? Oh, they're simple. I think that acquire images doesn't even work. Yeah, I went to sleep. That's on my machine. So now I can't try it without going in there and turning it back on. Oh, it worked. Well, that's interesting. I'm going to hit scan again just to wake it up. If I can keep waking it up from here, because I had worried that it might be, keeping a lock on it or something, but I don't think it. I kind of don't think it does. I know if the app was still running or something, yeah. So there's my page again. I don't need that image. See what? No, I don't want to acquire images. I'm pretty sure it doesn't run, and it might even hang something up. Yeah, that finished. Oh yeah, I've got updates. Well, let's just go to. Oops, I want to be over there on that so I can search. Go ahead and go to Xane because that's the one that's working just now on my machine. No device. Your Amino system. Okay, but I'd installed it. Now I've got backends and static. As long as hopefully I won't be jacking things up. Open BIOS. You can just install it. That's cool. I was always always wanted to learn how to do that. Source firmware implementation. I'm not going to do it, but well, I didn't remember that you could just install it like that. Let's see. We'll look at that some other time. Do that on a machine that you don't care if you break something. Terminal of the 21st century, super lightweight. Oh, you're getting sidetracked. Wait, what's this? Oh, that's sane, but that means like insanity. Efficient file slurper. Okay. Okay. Slurping and spewing of files. I don't know what that is. A Perl file slurp tiny. How funny. Superclass dispatcher. Think that's anything I need. Perl sane. Module allows you to access sane compatible scanners in Perl and object way freeing you from the casting and memory management in C, yet remaining very close in spirit and origin API. I don't know. That sounds like just something for your programming. Perl sane. That looks like one of those kind of things that I've tried in the past, but it's not even what I'm really wanting. I don't know. I don't think anything I have is running in Perl, that I'm using here. It's either in C or Python, so I don't think that would be of much use. Test builder. Yeah, test in Perl. Perl's a programming language if you didn't already know that. Check to see. C, programming language, Perl, Python, all programming languages. Linux will run all of those and many more. Windows will run a lot of them too. So, Java. I don't know. They call it Java code, but I guess it's considered a programming language too. I've tried to learn. I took a Python class, and I try Google Udacity, Google's online university, and you take it for free. When it first started out, I think when it first started out, you could take them for free and get credit, but now you can monitor them, but you don't get credits on for taking it. You got to pay. It's really cool. You can really learn a lot, but it moved so fast I couldn't keep up. I was passing the test, but I didn't know what I was doing, and I tried to do 3 things at once: how to build a self-driving car, 2 classes on that, and I finally had to give up. I couldn't do it. Programming is math, and I am terrible at math. So Python, they do recommend that's the best one to start with because it's more of a natural language in it. It's not all this obfuscated code stuff. That's not really the right word, but that's something else. But with all the symbols and things that aren't even in English or Russian or anything, it's not that. So sort of a text-based program, I guess you would say. Check to see the versions in modules are same. Of course, your dist are the same. Oh, okay. Well, that's still not anything to do with what we're trying to do. Python there. I was talking about Python. Development cool toolkit. See, I've got most of them. There ain't much left that I haven't put in there. What's that one? Oh, I've already got saying that's just the i686 version. That's the main one. That and the network. I don't see it yet. I don't know where it is, but mine went right by it. Network, yeah. Sane backends daemon, network daemon. I'm going to click on that so I can go to their website. Oh, I don't have the browser open anymore. I'm just going to copy that whole thing right there so that in a minute I can go to their website. Oh, it did it for me. Okay. I just wanted to see the one I clicked on those instructions was into Bane, you know. Same backends. Looks like it hadn't been updated since 2017 though. It's telling you all about it, how it works. Seems like my back, I have extra buttons on my mouse, so back, left and right, back and forward buttons for your browser and some programs, but they don't seem to work in I guess in TeamViewer or Remote Desktop. I think they work in the regular one. Although we know it's supposed to be supported because it's all it's telling us about. Documentation, you could go to downloads, but there's no point in that. It's all in the repos. I think I'll click on the install. Maybe I'm missing something here. Make configure, make install. Yeah, that's after you download the main. Nothing about RPM. See, that's just a command line way to build it, make it, build it. Yeah, I keep hitting my button, it doesn't work. Okay, how about the frequently asked questions? How about distro instead of systro? Distro. Oh, so scanning stopped working. They said install it from the, that happens, compile and install from source. Device busy problem, okay. Sometimes though these pages might not be as new as the stuff in your repo, so don't just assume this link is the newest thing. It's talking about some of that stuff I was looking at, saying config. It's saying that, well, latest version back in solve the device busy problem. The RPM will override your etc sane D config. You would need to copy. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. It'll get it broke real good. Okay, so that's it. I think I will put that in the favorites, but I'm not going to try doing that. Okay, let's go back. We're almost, well, we're really to the end, but that's, I already have that installed. I just wanted to go to the website and see if I saw anything that was going to open my eyes to what's going on here. There are also sane back-end drivers for digital cameras. See, that's I already have on there. I haven't plugged the camera into it, but I would imagine it would work. Scanners. And graphical front end for sane front ends. I have not been able to find that in here though. Let's see. You type in sane, you just get X. It's not Xane though. That's further on down here. I could try Scanlight. I mean, what else? Why not? What is that? Spectrum, the small dynamic tiling window manager for X11. Oh, okay. Scanner to interface. Yeah, Xing. Front end, but it just, you know, won't even open because it says it can't find the scanner. Okay. GIMP, providing the same scanner interface. Graphical front end for you can scan images via Xane for form YGIF. Well, I don't even know what that cuneiform, I don't even know what that is on my application. Daily dialog boxes, shell scripts, that's on there. I don't see anything. What is there something else toward the top? Well, the KDE stuff, but I just don't see needing that. And I am worried. I keep thinking, well, maybe if I installed Mate, it would just work. But then this system's probably going to be. It might slow down. It might slow it down, even though I'm in XFCE, because all those startup apps will be automatically put in there, and I can go in there manually, take them out. But it still seems to not ever get back to as fast as it was when I've done that before. Okay, so, and if this is not absolutely okay. Scanlight and libksane. I'm gonna do it. What if that app would like work? Find it. I mean, again, I still swear I couldn't find a single app that I could just open it up and say select a device. Maybe no, I couldn't have done that. First, maybe I've done it with other like HP scanners. Well, I never had an HP that would do network scanning though. I was going to say maybe if I plugged it in via USB, found it, and then it wouldn't help because it'd just be looking for it on the USB. Somehow, I don't know. I was trying to think, and there's some way I've been able to, or I could trick it, or I have done it before, you know. I mean, wake up the old laptop and make sure I'm still getting tired. It's like it's going to be another day from time to quit. Well, if she's taking a nap still, she wasn't feeling good today. If she's taking a nap still, then I'm not going to be able to go in there in her room to put this in there anyway. I don't know what I lack. I think this is the only thing I lack as far as having it ready where she could use it. And so I can just put it in there, but I'll do it tomorrow, I guess. It looks like, what time is it? Oh, it's 7:18, yeah. I think I'm going to get ready to just quit here in a little bit. Eat some supper and try to relax a little bit. I've been working so hard on this for, I don't know how many days now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 or 5 days or something every day, all day. From can to can't. I'm just, mind is blown away, getting blown away here, and I'm getting tired from physically, like from I was outside all day yesterday, working, carrying and lifting and blowing dust, and it's a lot. When you don't do nothing but sit on the computer all the time, the little bitty jobs outside can make you tired. Not because I just choose to do that. I like being outside and working on stuff. It's because with my health being so bad, I can't do anything else for months on end. And then when I get to feel a little better, I'm all out of shape, you know. And right now I need to get all this done, even though it's inside on the computer work. So I really can't just go off, piddle around outside every day. even though it'd be kind of nice. Well, to do it some, not every day. Let's see. Are you done yet? I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, if I want to reinstall iScan, I still say I'd rather just do it in the terminal. Yeah, terminal window. And maybe I'll reboot. And if it don't work, maybe I'll try that one more time and just try iScan from, not the terminal window, I'll do it in the package manager. I don't think there's really much difference. Okay, it's done. I don't think there's much difference. I'm not going to be able to try it, am I? Because it went to sleep. That's right. I can try the fax. I did install that. I'm going to leave that open. I may want to do those updates. What was the other thing? Oh, iScan. Yeah, I don't want that though. Let's go see if it'll. Well, let's close that. I can always open it again if I decide to run the updates. Okay, so what we need to do then is just get to some document. And Fedora 26 info. Well, let's just go to that. Let's say I wanted to fax that motherboard information there. I noticed that in 60AC. Open it up in the word processor and see if there's a fax printer in there now. It is kind of hard to. Oh, that didn't open up in the word processor. Let's see if there's a print. There's no print. Don't think. This is that funky one. I don't even see a. PDF wasn't a real good, but I do want them to open up with something better. Then I'll have to do this in her name though. I won't do it in mine. It won't change hers. I've noticed that already. That's the thing I need to do, is do the file associations. What is in here? It doesn't have the one that's my favorite. There's one that's I don't know which one's the one. I'll do that later. This is in mine anyway. But the one that I like, there's two that I like. Well, there's one that'll actually allow you to fill in PDF forms. That's probably the one I would set for her, even though I don't really care for just viewing. But if it would automatically be able to fill in and save, then that would be good. I forgot it's GPDF or something like that. Some with a G in it, I think. Okay, we'll go in there like I was thinking at the beginning. Now that was what I just ran. So it doesn't matter what's in it. I'm not actually going to send it. That's what I was wanting, is to open up LibreOffice, because it's, you know, the thing you'd most likely be printing and sending faxes from anyway. Okay, now let's say if we were going to print to file. Now, I was looking through all this the other day, and that didn't. Maybe there's a different way to do it in LibreOffice, you know. I don't know. Printer settings. Let's see what's in there. There is no fax printer showing up. It says there were some instructions about how to pick and I don't think in printers, I'll look, but I don't think in printers you see, well, maybe you do see fax. Oh. I'll leave that open and look. Let's see. I'm going to make this full screen so that I won't keep trying to click on the stuff in the wrong place. Print. Then I have to do this a lot of. If I do any of this, I have to do it in hers too. Okay. Let's see if it says fax printer. There it is, Epson fax. So maybe, see, I never have got it working on mine either, but it doesn't say next. So there's my machine, but I'm on hers, so it can see a shared cups. What is it? Cups printer I've shared. Oh, and there's the Epson Workforce on the Lenovo i5. I went ahead and shared it just in case I needed to do it that way, even though it's really a network printer. In case some of those other machines, or I just didn't want to install the drivers on it or something. But that's what I want. What do you, IPP cups? I guess I have to get that part. Can I look? Yeah, can I say find a network printer? Do it that way. Enter URI. I guess I'm really on enter URI when I click there. Find a network printer. I'm going to say, just say fax. I don't think it'll do it though, but we'll try it. I think you have to put in the IP address. I already have that added. I think it'll just search for a while and then say, can't find it. That's not the proper type of address, dummy. It's going to sit there a while doing that. Looks like. So let me go find the IP address of it over here on my machine. Get over here on the clients list. There it is, Epson. Fax is going to have another IP though. Well, it's still the same. No, it won't be a different IP. 192.168.0.187. No printer was found at that address. Yeah, I knew better than that. I just did it without thinking. Now, well, HP Direct. Oh yeah, app socket HP Direct. Is that what I had set in there before? I don't know why I did that last time when I put one in there. It's like it's got the honey pot. I wonder if there's honey pot on that machine, or might be on that printer. Honeypots like to try to throw hackers off. It shows up jillions of, well, it's usually different IPs, but they don't go anywhere. I used to put that on my machines that I would, to try to keep, even though it wasn't a server, it was just, I was using they had a lot of networking stuff going on there, and I thought, well, if they get in there, I'm going to make it hard for them, and all it did is make it hard for me to find anything that worked. Because I couldn't remember what was what. I couldn't remember that many different, because they're all different, all these different IP addresses. I don't know what it is with having so many of this, same IP with no extra words or anything. So I don't see a fax pass through. Okay, that's what, they're all, let's see. It's all different. Maybe one of them's fax. Got to thinking maybe I better check. How about that? That's all like standard ports, pass-throughs. So I guess maybe depending on what kind of, like if you're on an old machine that couldn't even do USB, you might be able to print through a LPT port pass-through or something, or P1 or whatever. I'm looking for facts. It might be, I don't know, could be, if you knew what you were doing with this right here, you might be able to use one of those to get to it. If you look and see what port the fax is on, maybe if I printed out a report, what port it's actually showing that it's on the machine itself, might be the key to figuring that out. Well, it's a lot of different kind of ports. So evidently these are all the same host, Q. Well, they're saying Q, they're not saying ports, but printer Q, I guess, that you could use. But you should be able to, you can click on probe, but you should be able to, I'm sure I'm thinking if you look in the printer and the fax setup, maybe it would tell you. That's just straight pass through altogether. PS, LP, port 1. That's where I got the idea of port. That's blank. I wonder if you could just put fax in there. I'm not going to try it just for the heck of it. Como, LPT1, LPT pass through, COM. I would think maybe LPT might be what it would be on. I don't want to pass through it. I want to go to it. What happens when you hit probe? Searching for printers. Huh. Interesting. It'll be LPD. There's one there. LPD, LPRQ, LPT1. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that is. A printer? Or I don't. It seems like it would say fax, but yeah, maybe if I went in there, if I really want to maybe try again, because I would really like that to work on my machine. Try again on the. There it is, right there. But if I found that information out from the printer itself, and go into the setup and see, I think you could probably even print that information out on a piece of paper, and then maybe I could actually get it working. For myself. For her, I don't think she can. If she wants to fax something, she can stick it in the machine and type in the number. That actually is an easy way to do it. I've done that. But see, I'm always wanting to be able to do it from in here without bothering her. Well, you can still have to turn it on, but anyway, I don't have to sit in there to do it. But yeah, she knows that she faxed for years. She was a secretary here in her work life. She worked her whole life. So, she knows how to do a fax. She'd have to figure out how to do it on that one, but okay. Fax is installed. I just don't know how to configure it. It may be installed on mine too, and I don't know how to configure it. I don't know. I never could get it to work. Now, I did it again. I closed my connection. Where's my numbers? Oh, that's probably still the same. Yeah, because I didn't close it or anything. I was trying to close that right there. Open Office. Okay, so I guess it wouldn't hurt to install iScan again, but like I said, I think I'd do it from the this time I think I'd just do it from I already. Did Xane work or not? I think it said no, it can't find it anymore. Or did it? It's still going to work for my machine. Now, then again, if it's still going to work for my machine, does that mean that I have a lock on it, like I was saying? I'm going to close that. Okay. Now, get where I need another break. I may install iScan and do those updates. Well, I won't do the updates now. Try installing iScan, and if that don't work, then I'll do the updates and call it a night. Let them do the updates while I'm kind of... I wish that would stay up there. Drives me crazy. First thing I want to go through is the search. There it is. That is... Oh, yeah. In here, it doesn't say anything about 645, I don't think. So it might not work. I don't think 645 is listed. So maybe the way I installed it from the terminal is the way to do it. From the file I downloaded. I don't see a single one that says workforce. These could be older or newer. I don't know. Oh, there's the model numbers. ESFW. No, that's the file. Yeah. Perfection 3170. See, I'm kind of familiar with HPs, but I'm not with Epsons. As far as the model numbers and names and stuff. Okay, yeah, that doesn't cover. That's why it's not installed on my machine. Of course, again, it works on my machine and I don't have any of that. Let's see what's in there under Epson. See, I have the inkjet printers. I have the fax now that I installed from the RPM. What's this? Printer driver. Printer driver for printers that use DDST wire protocol. Okay. Yeah, that doesn't look like anything I need. I don't know why. Well, I guess Epson could be one of them. And Canon, Epson, Guten Print. Yeah, that is on mine. I know that. There's the iScan. Reading, writing, image, meta info. Oh, what's this? Stylus Toolbox, printer utility for other stylus inkjet printers. That is designed to replace the printer utility that comes with Epson drivers for the Windows platform on Linux. Oh, it's the front end for the Guten Print. Oh, really? I think that could be useful. It might help me figure something out at least. Might be able to tell the darn thing where... This is what I've been thinking of, to tell the system where it's at. Now, QT audio. Okay. Let's put this on there. I actually thought I'd already put everything I could find on there, but I guess I saw it. I remember seeing it the other day. We'll let that install. I'm getting in bad need of a little break here now, so after this is installed, I don't think it's going to matter. I'm going to have to go for a breaker. And I guess there's no point. I think I'll start the updates. and let them run while I won't come back till tomorrow, I think. I'm getting tired of working until 9, 10, 30 and being just, waking up tired. It's almost 8 now, so make more sensible. If I pace myself, I'll be better off. I'll be able to keep on going every day. So I think the main thing that I haven't got done on here is file associations. I'm writing that down. And default apps. For system. Thing is, there's not near as many choices. XFCE and XFCE. NXFCE as there is in Maine. They're not the same, not as many, and you can't choose some of the same ones already. Got to keep remember that. Okay, so that's installed, and yeah, I guess I'll leave that open this time. What do I want? I want to look at scan again. I don't expect to see anything. Oh, that's not what I want. I want, isn't what I want. What was it I just installed? How did I find that? Epson. Okay, so what I want is to search for Epson. There. Eclipse, those are IDEs for writing programs. PicLab. No Epson. Let me see if I can find the name of that app again. It's called Stylus Toolbox? Yeah. Boy, talk about not even related to what it is. Stylus. Toolbox. Oops. It's not showing up. I wonder if it's going to have a reboot to show up. Let's go look in here. First I'll go to administration because it's a shorter list. Okay. Oh, Epson Stylus, yeah. So now it makes a little bit of sense, but that was one that's I think one of their printers they had. Or scanner? Maybe it was a scanner. Guess I remember some. Okay, don't see it. Do not see it. Let's see. This would be for images and stuff. Let's look in here. Xane. Here's Xane. If it's going to show up, it's going to show up after, I guess, after a reboot. Some things do that, especially things that are that type of thing. You know, it's an administrative tool, and it's also, you know, not an. Well, that one was an open source, I think. So it wasn't an open source project, but. WinView is my favorite image viewer that you can do a little bit of simple editing in. Okay, so I was hoping that maybe something would happen there. It would be good, and it would be working. But okay, I don't even see that. It's supposed to be a graphic user interface for Epson stylus. I'm going to do a screenshot of that so I'll know. It's going to be on my machine, but oh well. If I just have a way to find it. Stylus toolbox. With no, oh, let's click on that. Yeah, there we go. Go to their page. And that'll be a good, even better way to find it. See what, it might even have a screenshot of what it's supposed to look like. There we go. This may be old. I don't think it may not be for all-in-one anyway. But I do have Gutenprint on there, and it was one of the things listed that you needed. There we go, screenshots. There it is. Oh yeah, that's about ink levels and all that. I figured that's what it was, but I also thought it might be able to, this might work and might be something that would load, you know, in Mate, but not in XFCE, because it's not real good at supporting extra stuff like that. Okay, now I'm going to look at what printers does it support. Any Epson printer supported by ESCPUTIL. Oh, okay, well, I don't know. That would be nice, though, to be able to check your ink and all that, you know, before you start printing a bunch of pages. Because that happens to me. I'll start printing something and, you know, it runs out of black ink right in the middle of doing 10 pages, you know. Okay, so well, it's on there now. If I can, it should show up. Maybe it's not going to show up till after I reboot, like I said. Okay, I'm going to say get out of there. Go to updates. Now you're not going to show me the updates. You should. Do I have to hit reload or something? Search. Oh, it's still got the Epson. Well, best thing I know to do. Well, actually, let's try to use the actual update program. I guess if it doesn't hang up and cause trouble, we'll do that. Since I don't have it running in the background like that, you know, like I did have, I'll just open it that way. I don't know. I might want to use YumX. This is pretty funky. I think I should have just done it with YumX DNF, because I have done it with that in several systems and it works fine. And this is the one that hung things up last time. Now watch it, once you open it. Definitely loads slower. Loads up the updates and everything slower. Oh, okay, there it is. Check all. I'm trying to figure out where do you... I think maybe you could click on that to tell it to update that. Yeah. But that looks to me like it says all up to date. Not installed. To update, not up to date. I'm reading it. My eyes are always doing that kind of thing. All to update. Okay, so check all. There we go. Now then, where's the apply? Right there. Okay. We'll try it. Because if this works, this is the default app, and it's what they use to update the system or to tell you about them. I don't know if it can update it automatically or not. I don't think I can go into the options. Yes, you can. Let's see. That's the one thing I was wondering about is, do I have that turned on? I probably won't work too good with it doing the updates. But it's 87 files, 102 megabytes. I know I promised I would just go, didn't I? I'm about to go. I'm going to have to go. Okay, so the options isn't going to open up. It's going to be too much for it anyway, so I'll look at that later. But close some of this extra junk. Well, so we spent some more long hours on it today. Of course, I didn't give up because I didn't get it working. I always said I wasn't going to spend hours on it, but I did it anyway. That's me. That's the way I am. But that's how I get things done in the end, usually. Okay, so good old ASRock. That's my. Well, it's running okay. It didn't slow down today like it did the other day. I was worried about the power supply being, weak and getting hot and not working right. So maybe it's not as bad a shape as I was afraid it was in. Maybe I was just, I don't know, what all I was doing slowed it down. So we'll see. I'm just want to go ahead and quit for tonight. And maybe tomorrow I will actually finish it up, even if it means forgetting about the scanner for now. I mean, the scanner, I need to, if it doesn't work on the new system right off the bat, I'm going to have to keep going until I figure it out. And this is, I can't believe this, really. I mean, it's such a simple thing. I know it's going to be simple when I figure it out again, because I obviously have figured it out on Fedora 14, Fedora 23. Why is it not working on 26? And will it be a problem on 27? Maybe it's, you just go to the repos and install a couple of things and it works. That's the way it should be. Or, well, with the printer, all you do is just go to the printer dialog and say, add a printer. And then it takes you right through it. So, but the scanner definitely can be a serious pain in the butt with Epsons. And I remember Brothers was even worse. Like I said, you did have to edit those config files to make it work. All right. Well, I'm going to get off of here now. And we'll see you later. All right. Bye.